Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to replace the windshield wiper motor on this F150 behind me. And we're gonna find out that the wiper motor ended up not being our problem. So you definitely wanna stick around for that. My name is Jeremy, this is Region Automotive, and let's get to work. Okay, so we'll just jump right into the DIY. First, I'll quickly tell you why we're replacing the wiper motor and how this kind of leads to our real issue later. So our original issue is like the wipers would work, but they'd kind of stop, like they'd kind of hang up and stop in the middle of the windshield. So we thought we just had a simple failing motor, but I'll show you in a sec why it wasn't the motor once I show you how to get it out. So first step, I already have my stuff apart here, but I'll take you through each step to get this far. So first step is you're gonna have your wipers, like here, obviously there's a cutout for the wipers. So you're gonna have 1, 2, and to remove the wipers, it's not like the conventional ones where you pop this cap off and take a bolt off. You actually have just a quick release there. So all you have to do is just pull that little tab up and you'll see, once you pull that tab up, it creates space in that splined prep there. And then I already have the linkage off. Again, I'll show you how to get it off later. But you pull that tab and you're just gonna wiggle the wiper back and forth to get it off of this nub here, I guess. Yours may be a little tight, so don't worry if it's not coming off easily. Just pull the tab, wiggle it off, and you should get both of the wipers off. Both, I don't know what you call those, lugs. There's just one trim clip and one 7mm screw that holds this on. It's those trim clips that has the tab that you pop up in the middle, so pop that up and then pop the whole clip up, and then this whole cowl should just come right off. The cowl will lift back first, and then you'll have your nozzle hose connected. Just this little hose here just slides on, so slide that guy off of this nub here before you can fully remove that cowl. So I'll show you just how to check for the main power, main ground on this plug, just to double check that you have good power and ground before you go through the effort to remove the motor assembly. So the plug is just plugged in under the motor here. You have this little tab you got to pull back and then press down, slide the plug off. So first I'm going to test ground. I have my test light connected to the positive lead on the battery. And then if I'm looking at the face of the plug, I have this black and white wire right here, which is second from the right. The one on the very right is a empty slot or terminal. So it's going to be second from the right, and I can see the little metal tab inside the plug there. So like I said, I'm on power. I'm just going to touch it. Okay, got a good strong ground. Now I have my test light on the negative terminal on the battery, and I have the key, the ignition switched to on because this is key supplied power. So you need the ignition on, otherwise you won't see your test light light up. So I have my light connected to the negative of the battery, and then I'm doing the very left plug now when I'm looking at the face. And for me, it's this purple and white wire. Just touch it. Okay, got a good constant power. So at least I have power and ground. These other ones are switch controlled, and the wiper is actually controlled by a module, not just a normal switch stock. So I can't easily test the other plugs, but at least we have good power, good ground. So if your power and ground looks good like mine did, we're going to proceed to remove the linkage assembly. Yours will look a little different because I already have mine disassembled. So you're gonna have one that goes through the motor there, and I'll show you on the truck in a sec. You're gonna have the 2 that goes through the linkage. So I pointed out those other 2 earlier, and the one that goes through the motor is right there. So those 3 8mm bolts to remove that linkage assembly. And then once you have the whole linkage motor assembly out here, your motor itself is going to be held on with these 2 10mm bolts, and then this is a 13mm nut to get the linkage itself off there. And then these 2 10mm mounting bolts. And then that's what the motor itself is going to look like. So it looks a little different than your normal motor. It has all the mounts for the linkage built right into it, versus I'm used to having like the motor that like slides right out of the linkage. So with that being said, we will get right into my problem, which actually wasn't the motor, it was a linkage itself. So apparently this is common for it to seize up as well. So if you see here, this side I'm able to move freely, this moves freely, but this side is not. This side is completely seized up. So the proper thing would be to replace this whole linkage assembly, but I imagine that's not cheap. So I'm going to try to take it apart and actually clean this bushing and shaft and see if I can salvage this linkage assembly. I am absolutely surprised, guys. So I had this old one here. I was messing around trying to get that linkage to free up. That wasn't coming apart. I really just did that for fun. I always try to take stuff apart and fix it before replacing. So we're worried. I was searching online for aftermarket options for that linkage assembly. We were worried that it was going to be way too costly at the dealership. It wasn't the easiest to find online. Shipping times was really long. So I said, just for fun, let's call the dealership. So our local dealership had one in stock for $52 Canadian. We could not believe it. Like, I thought maybe they're going to quote one of these linkages or this little bushing or something, like they had the wrong part number, but $52 for this whole assembly. So yeah, if you're doing yours, just don't mess around, call your local dealer, see what they want for it. Even for the motor, we ordered from Rock Auto for aftermarket for 150 bucks. I think the OEM on Rock Auto is 250 and the dealer is 205. So that was surprisingly affordable. So anyway, the one part that doesn't carry over was the this linkage that connected the two bars. So this one I just broke off to get it off the linkage, and this other one popped off. So I popped this top cap off, broke this bar off, and then for this one I have to get the lower, the new linkage came with these bars, so I had to get the lower one on. So what I did, you're gonna have the dust shield in between the two. So I took the dust shield off, and I was able to put this bar on, and with the channel locks with these guys, I was kind of able just to work it over the first ball and then onto the second ball. So that's clipped on, that's all good. Put the dust shield back on here. So I have it assembled this far. I forgot to mention earlier, when I popped this guy on the bench there, this just comes out. These are all just like little ball joints, so they just clip out. So yeah, I got that guy on, put the dust shield between, put a little bit of grease since the dust shield wiped the grease, clip that guy on, and I'm about to do this, and I realized that this can go in multiple positions. So there's a little alignment mark on there. So what I'm gonna do is put this in the truck as is, and then since this goes through the cowl, I'll probably put this wiper back on, run the wipers a few times to make sure it's in the home position, and then have this on, and then wherever that lines up, have this line up. Because like if I line it up here or there or whatever, like the wipers, it may not have the wipers set at the bottom of the windshield. So first I'm gonna get this put in the truck, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. You know, I might have lied to you guys. It looks like it's going to be easier to place the motor first and then put the linkage assembly in. I think that's going to be much easier for us. So just get the motor plugged in here. Okay, so I have the motor just plugged in. I don't have it mounted yet. So I'm just getting my 8mm head bolt started there for the linkage, just so that's lined up. Next, I'm gonna get my motor lined up to the linkage. Already plugged it in down below. Yeah, so that's, I have my motor, the bolts going to the linkage, or through the linkage, started in the motor. And then my metal bushing just came out of the motor there, so I'm gonna get the motor started, or put the metal bushing in the rubber bushing on the motor, get that bolt started, get all my bolts started. Good, this one's starting in the bottom there. Okay, so first, I'm tightening the linkage to the motor. So it's 10 mils there. I don't remember how I removed it, but I'm pretty sure you can't, based off installing it, I don't think you'll come out unless you remove these two, but it's just these 10 mils that hold it here to the motor. Okay, so get those nice and snug. So next I'm doing the 8 mils that hold the actual linkage motor assembly on. There's 3 of them. There's 2. Now I'm just doing this 8 mil. You guys can't see it, but it's that one I showed earlier holding the motor down. So I'm tightening this down with that metal bushing in there. So I have, like I said, I put the motor in there, I plugged it in, and then I put the linkage in, got the linkage bolted to the motor with those two 10mm bolts, and then I got these, well, first I aligned these 8mm, and then I put the two 10mm on just so nothing lines up. Put everything aligned, tightened the two 10mm first, made sure the motor is plugged in, just did the three 8mm, shut the hood without the cowl on. I was able to clip the driver wiper on, so that's good. And then I'm actually able to access all this stuff with the hood closed without the cowl on. So that's really what helped here. So just to show you, for one, I'll show you the alignment in a sec. But when the wipers are fully down, this linkage is fully straight, going straight across this nut. So yeah, again, I had the motor in like the home position. And then I'll show you in a sec, the linkage fully straight. So I just kind of clipped that bracket on, tighten it down enough with a 13mm so it would move. And then I activated the wipers in the truck, but when you turn them off, they don't stop in the middle of the cycle. So I activated the wipers and I pulled the key out, like I turned it off and pulled the key out in the middle of the cycle, and that didn't reset them to home. So now I have access to this bolt here to tighten that. So I'll just tighten that down quickly and then I'll show you the alignment. This guy fully aligned here. So this smaller linkage and this larger linkage fully aligned with this small little link that connects to the motor. That is home. So I had the wipers in, clip that link on, and then just thread that nut on there, and I was actually able to get it pretty tight with the open end on a 13mm wrench. Tighten it down enough, went in the truck, cycled the wiper, pulled the key out when the wiper is in the middle, so I had that full access to the bolt. I actually didn't have to tighten it down that much with a ratchet. Got it down pretty good, and now the wipers are fully at home and they don't do that little dip when they go through the cycle. So those are lined up good. All right, guys, that is how you redo the wiper and linkage assembly on a 2018 Ford F-150. Hopefully you found that video helpful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. If not, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good day.